He's like, people keep wanting to stand up for you, but don't ever think I'm going to. So I appreciate that you did. Thank you. Can you guys hear me? In the back? Okay. First of all, who brought this mic? This is like, I feel like I should, sing. There was a wonderful day yesterday, and I hope many of you were able to come down and have the chance to experience the inauguration yesterday. For those of you who came, thank you. We also were able to swear in not only a new mayor yesterday, but also a new vice mayor David Briley, and a 40-member council. And there are many of those members of Metro Council here in this room today, and I just want to give a shout out to all of them. I know that I saw Jeremy Elrod is here. Jeremy, is he still here? Jeff Syracuse is here. There's Jeff. Mina Johnson, I know Mina was here. Berkeley Allen was here. She's my council member from District 18. Nancy Van Reese is here. Brett Withers is here. Jim Schulman was here. Robert Swope is here. Freddie O'Connell is here. Bob Mendez is here. And did I leave any of the new members of the Metro Council out? And Scott Davis. Is Scott here? Scott Davis is here. Awesome. In fact, we were standing in Scott's district. You know, it's interesting how things come full circle. I was in this room probably about a year ago, and many of you were in this room too. And what we were talking about was affordable housing. And we were talking about the challenges of keeping neighborhoods affordable and making sure that neighbors who have lived in their neighborhoods for a really long time have the ability to stay and either to age in place or to be part of the community that they've always been part of when the rest of the community is changing. And I see Sam McCullough, who is always a voice on that. Thank you, Sam. And during that conversation, which was at the very beginning of a lot of what soon became a very complicated mayor's race, it was clear to me how important neighborhoods like Cleveland Park are, how important neighborhoods like all of the ones that are represented up here are. And I don't come to this. It's giving me feedback. Can you guys hear me? Yes, okay. I feel like it's, yeah. So one of the things that I actually started with when I got involved in politics was actually in my neighborhood. So I know how important neighborhoods are. And for me, it's about making sure that our neighborhoods grow and thrive. And in order to grow and thrive, because they are going to grow and they are going to thrive and they are going to change, the neighbors need to have the tools that they need so that neighborhoods can grow and thrive and change in the way that neighbors want. So one of the first things that you will see from my office is to re-engage and re-empower the Office of Neighborhoods. I'm not even standing there. And Erin is here today. She's from the Office of Neighborhoods in the Mayor's Office. And many of you all probably know Erin because you've reached out to Erin and she's helped you or assisted you with something. In the future, you need to have more resources through the Mayor's Office that are helping you with your neighborhoods. That's one of my commitments. We haven't actually gotten to the first day of work because Monday's the first day of work. So if you actually give me, I don't know, 24 hours, I can come back with a more comprehensive plan for you, but give me a little time. But one of the other things that I talked a lot about on the campaign trail was about the Planning Commission. And the Planning Commission is the body that has a big say in what happens in Nashville. And I want to see more neighborhood representation on that Planning Commission. Because I think it's, again, important that neighbors have voices. But you also need to have the ability to use the tools that exist, that come through your council members. You have the ability to set a lot of agendas about what you want your neighborhood to look like. But you have to know how to use those tools. I look toward the council members who represent you to be the ones who will take the lead on helping you and your neighborhoods figure out what is best. But I'm right there with them. So any help they need from me, I am happy to provide. We know that neighborhoods are really critical, but we also know that there are many other pieces that make Nashville a special place. not the least of which is public education. I came this morning because my first meeting this morning was with the school board. I joined them at their retreat so that we could talk about the process of what is going to be, I think, one of the most important hires that we are going to make, and that is our next superintendent of schools. I have committed to the school board that I will partner with them. I will help them go out and find the talent that we need. And this time, what we need to be is more deliberate. We need to say, are there 5 examples out in the United States right now where something is happening that we really like? And maybe that superintendent, maybe she or he hasn't even thought about Nashville. So how do we get them to think about Nashville? How do we get them to be interested in us? And that's part of what we need to do next. So the public schools are key. Making sure we have transportation that is accessible and gets you where you need it to go. Yesterday, how many of you all took the bus? Did anybody take the bus yesterday? So actually yesterday, all transit in Nashville was free. And MTA made that happen yesterday as part of the inauguration. That was part of saying, now I want to see, we have now a data point, I want to see how many people took avail themselves of that. It's just one day, but did that help? Did that make it easier? Right now we have the downtown connector. It goes all around downtown, and it's free. People hop on, they hop off. We have to see what that looks like for the rest of Nashville. Maybe there are other opportunities for that. Because if you live 10 blocks out from downtown in the Gulch, your transit isn't free. And actually, you probably need it to be free more than if you live downtown. So those are kind of the questions that we need to be asking. Transit, affordability, neighborhoods, and public education. Those were the key themes that we talked about. And affordability is the one I want to end on. Because affordable housing is going to dominate the next Metro Council's agenda. The previous Metro Council spent a lot of time talking about going to the Planning Commission and coming back with a comprehensive plan that creates a percentage of affordability for everything that gets built. The new council gets to take that on and provide the leadership of what they want to see happen. So again, my commitment has always been, what do we need to do to create a place where if you are poor, if you're homeless, if you're a millennial, if you are a working family, if you are a senior who wants to age in place, all kinds of housing all across Nashville so that everybody can have a home. And those are what we'll be working on. So those are the things that I just wanted to say. There's a lot of work to be done, and I don't get to do this alone. I need all of you in this room to help me make this happen. So my challenge to you is to find the ways that you can engage so that we can all be successful and we can all do this. My office is open. Yesterday, had it not rained, you all could have filed through and come and said hi. But it will be open. In fact, I went down there this morning. I opened up the doors. I opened up the blinds, and we're open. So it's all good. So please, thank you. Invite me back. Thanks for